This is the Louie T Network. Hey, either you're outside or you're
in the lab room.
Who else could it be? Me, your man, Louie T. Welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 15 in the National Football League. Minnesota Vikings on the road taking on the Detroit Lions. Here's an opportunity, a golden opportunity for the Lions to take sole possession of first place. Keep in mind, still have a Week 17 date with the Green Bay Packers, but because of the win over the Packers earlier in the season, you've got a chance to win this division. Packers, and this is the benefit of playing at 4 o'clock. You get perspective. Packers lost at 1 o'clock to the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, a team that you lost to, so you know all too well how tough it is to beat the Buffalo Bills. Packers reached the same fate that everybody else in this division reached against the Bills. Minnesota lost, Chicago lost, you lost, so did the Packers. Buffalo cleaned the division up. So now you have an opportunity with a win over these Vikings who have been playing much better football of late. If you can get a win here, you're in first place at 10-4. Now, this isn't going to be easy. I talked about this 3 weeks ago when you were going home, and I said, hey, forget about the 2-game skid, okay? Those were tough opponents, some of the toughest opponents you'll see all season, on the road, in their environments. Forget about that. Wipe the slate clean. You're going home, okay? You're going home. You got Chicago. You got Tampa Bay. Winnable games. I said the last of those 3 home games in a row, though, coming against Minnesota, going to be a lot tougher than the first 2. Get healthy off the first 2. Be ready for the last one. These Vikings not going down without a fight. In fact, they've won 2 in a row. They're playing good football. Teddy Bridgewater might be playing with the most confidence he's played with the entire season. This is a dangerous group. They're starting to understand what their head coach Mike Zimmer is looking for from them. You better watch out if you're the Detroit Lions in this game. You're in for a fight. Vikings looking to get to 500 on the season, coming into the game at 6-7. If you're Detroit, you're 9-4. I already stated this. Golden opportunity lay right in front of you with the loss by the Packers. You could lead this division going into the stretch of the season. Here we go. Blair Walsh misses a field goal from 53 yards after a big Marcus Sherrills punt return. Remember Marcus Sherrills hit you with a touchdown on a punt return 2 years ago when the Vikings made the postseason? They beat you 13-14 in Detroit. That punt return looked eerily similar to that. Luckily, you were able to get him down on the ground and not allow him to impact this game from the special teams standpoint inside of things, because, again, they missed the field goal, so nothing is hurt by the big return. It's still nothing to nothing. 10-play, 84-yard drive capped off by a 2-yard Matt Asiata touchdown. He is damn near unstoppable once he gets inside the 5. He's like a big battering ram, gets into the end zone. This is a hell of a drive by Minnesota. Very, very impressive by Minnesota. And I told you, Teddy Bridgewater playing with the most confidence he's had all season. So that drive kind of epitomizes what the Vikings are doing. They're just moving the football down the field on teams. They're taking their time. They're getting into looks that they want. They're dictating to the defense what's going on. And if it's not there, Teddy isn't hesitating to tuck it and run. 7-0 Vikings as we head to the second quarter. Vikes with another impressive drive, this time ending in an 8-yard Greg Jennings touchdown. Wide open, walks into the end zone. It's 14-0. What the hell is going on, Detroit? Hey, look, man, you know what's at stake. You went into this game knowing Green Bay had lost. You already know. You already know what's going on here. What's going on here? That's what I want to know. Vikings come into the crib, 14-0. I told you this was going to be tough. I told you that 3 weeks ago that this was going to be tough. I said, take care of Chicago, take care of Tampa, and then go ahead, pull up the bootstraps, tighten up the belt buckle. This one is going to be for real. And you come out flat, 14-0. Come on, Detroit. Don't do this. Too late in the season for these shenanigans. Don't do this. Okay? 14-0. Then this is, to me, the play of the game. This is when everything turned on its head. Glover Quinn Jr., interception, turns the game around. And until that point, before the interception, Teddy Bridgewater was carving up this defense efficiently, as he has done for the last 3 weeks. 15 of 18, 189 yards, and a touchdown pass. This guy was picking apart the defense, taking what they were giving him, and if it wasn't there, he was making smart decisions with the football. And then the interception by Glover Quinn Jr. happens, and Teddy somewhat unravels for a bit. He does get back into a groove later on, but he unravels a bit. That interception returned by Glover Quinn goes all the way down to the 9-yard line, where Golden Tate ends up getting in the end zone from 6 yards out on a little bubble screen. It's now 14-7. The Lions have now calmed down, settled things down in this game. All right, now we're back. Okay, good to see, because I was a little worried when I saw 14-0. I'm like, whoa, what's going on in the Motor City? Okay, it's 14-7 now. You're back in this game. Very next possession, Darius Slay takes his turn to pick off Teddy Bridgewater. So you see how that one interception changed the complexity of the game. Teddy Bridgewater wasn't making any mistakes. Makes one mistake. That one mistake turns into 2 mistakes. Now the Lions have the football again. That leads to a field goal. It's now 14-10 as we head to the halftime break. So Lions able to weather the storm, down 14-0 early. 10 unanswered points before the break. Now sees this game as a 4-point deficit heading into the second half. Lions use a 12-play drive to get a field goal to cut the deficit to 1 now at 14-13 as we go to the fourth quarter now. After a lengthy Vikings drive stalls out at the Detroit 11-yard line, Blair Walsh has his 29-yard field goal attempt blocked. Huge play in the game. I think James Jones got his hands, or I forgot the man's name, but huge play in the game as the Lions are able to stop the Vikings from getting on the scoreboard here, because a field goal here extends this out to a huge play in the game by the Lions, because a field goal here extends the lead back out to 4. Field goal doesn't win you the game. Instead, you would then need a touchdown to go ahead, or 2 field goals. And so the way this game was going, you were going to be hard-pressed to find a touchdown or 2 field goals coming. A field goal to take the lead sounds a lot better than 2 field goals or a touchdown needing to be scored. So this was a huge turn of events. The Lions able to block this field goal. Still 14-13. Lions only down 1. Off the miss, the Lions drive into field goal range and take the lead 16-14. Doesn't it feel good to have a reliable field goal kicker? I mean, really, doesn't it feel good to know if we line up for a field goal, it's probably going up through the uprights? Man, this is a stark contrast from earlier in the season where it was just a crapshoot. You had to cross your fingers and pray that it went in every time a field goal kicker kicked for the Detroit Lions. So it's good to know that they're going where they're supposed to go, which is between those 2 yellow posts. It's now 16-14. Lions take the lead. Vikings get the football back one final time with 45 seconds left at their own 30-yard line, and they're able to get out of bounds at midfield with 1 second remaining on the clock to set up Blair Walsh for a 68-yard field goal. Now, we know he's got a huge leg, but 68, probably pushing it. But again, backs up against the wall. You don't have any other alternative. They give it a shot. He's short and he's wide left. No good. Lions hold on in this game. That's why that blocked field goal earlier in the fourth quarter was so huge, because had you not blocked that field goal, you would have needed another score, another field goal, or a touchdown to take the lead. By blocking that kick, you preserve that 1-point deficit, and then a field goal ends up beating this Vikings team as the Lions weather the storm early, are able to hold on late to a 16-14 victory. Wasn't pretty. It was gritty, but most importantly, it was a W. It's family business. We all know that it's tough in the division. And so just to get the win, you'll take it, wipe the brows, breathe a sigh of relief. You got it done. You're now atop this division at 10-4. Couple of games down the stretch, gotta have both of them. It's so tight in the NFC, not just this division. The easiest way to get in the postseason if you're Detroit, win your division, because it's so crazy. This NFC conference is so convoluted. There could actually be a team at 11-5 that doesn't get in. I don't agree with that. I'm a huge stickler. You win 11 games, you need to get into the postseason, because 11 wins on the season means you were consistent all year long playing good football. 10 wins, you can sneak in the 10 wins, okay? I saw the Chicago Bears miss the postseason a couple years back. Lovie Smith's final season in Chicago. Saw them miss the postseason with 10 wins. They didn't deserve to go to the postseason that year. They were good early, bad late, tried to sneak in the back door with 10. They weren't allowed to go. 11 means you've been good all year. You can't get hot and get to 11. Okay, if you get hot and get to 11, that means you are hot for a damn long time. Okay, you can get hot, win 4 straight, and get to 10 wins. Okay, you can be 3-3 early, 3-3 in the middle, get hot down the stretch, win 4 straight, get to 10-6. Okay, but to get to 11 wins, that takes a level of consistency that few teams match and meet each and every single season. And so I would hate to see someone miss out in the NFC conference with 11 wins, but it is definitely possible, which is why you need to win football games. Simple as that. And so you get this one done, 16-14, find a way to win at home versus the Vikings. For the Vikings, almost made it back to 500 on the season, which would have been a huge accomplishment. You still have a chance to get to 8-8. Got to win out to do that. But this was a big obstacle in your way, and you almost were able to hurdle it. A win at Detroit would have meant a lot, put a huge feather in your cap, weren't able to get it, dropped to 6-8 on the season, but again, the prize is still out there for you. If you want to get to 8-8, you can still finish this season strongly, winning 4 out of your final 5 games to get to 8-8. That would be a huge accomplishment for first-year head coach Mike Zimmer. That's going to do it for Lions and Vikings. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down week number 15 in the National Football League. See you in a bit.
In the lab.